I thought we would have a table, but
Yeah.
it's comfy. It's pretty good.
We feel good up here. We got some nice smart water, hydrated while potting. It's the first.
It's been a long time since we did the pod. A lot has happened since our last episode.
For sure.
A lot of shows have come out. A lot of shows have revived. And what's up, dude? and yeah, we're like, again, we're sorry, guys. We're sorry we stopped doing the pod. It was a lot of work. We didn't have the time to do it.
No.
But we did miss doing it, and we're excited to be back.
Yeah.
Tariq's been making a whole cartoon. You guys hear about that?
Oh, you guys are too kind.
And it's good, turns out.
Right. And a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like long story short.
Long story short, common side effects, some good stuff.
Real good stuff. But yeah, you know, we just kind of everybody got busy. That's why I tell people when they ask me about it, and I tell people about how busy we've been. I always say, like, if you go to Johnny's channel, look at how many videos he's uploaded, and then go and check how many of those I edited, and then you'll see you'll see what we've been doing this whole time.
But regardless, we are excited to talk about Little King of the Hill, Little Futurama. We've chosen, normally, obviously, we talk about a lot of episodes of the podcast. We decided to choose one revival King of the Hill to talk about, and one revival Futurama to talk about.
Right.
And then I'm going to make him talk about his cartoon a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Tariq, did we ever tell our audience what your reaction when King of the Hill revival announcement happened?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So when we found out that they were bringing King of the Hill back, I was heated. I was so mad. It's one of those endings that, like, I was like, I don't want to see what happens after that. Like,
I've never seen him angry.
Yeah, I was so mad. And you know, it's funny. I think that, like, the reaction I had when they announced Toy Story 4, I got so mad. And then I went to the theater and I saw the movie and they shut me up. I was like, okay. And it's the same thing that happened this time.
Yeah, maybe it will happen in a month with Toy Story 5. We'll see.
Right. Well, you know what? I've learned from that. I've chosen not to get angry about Toy Story 5. So let's see what you can do.
You're the only one.
Yeah, right? The only one.
Man. Okay, so what episode we decided to talk about for the revival, for King of the Hill?
Oh, first.
Oh, that's
This is who we are.
Yes, in case we need to introduce
Yeah, in case you guys don't know. Oh, you guys are so nice.
Yeah, it's funny. We literally connected as friends over adult cartoons. Like, you made a Family Guy video that I was like, "Yo, dude, I like that video. Let's talk." And, and we jumped on a call and talked for like 3 hours about cartoons, and that's how we decided to do this podcast.
The funniest thing is, like, that's something that, like, I never do. You won't catch me in a 3-hour call with somebody I've never spoken to before. But it was something about it. We just kind of, I think I got home from work when I was working at Walmart, I think. And then I got home from work and then we just kind of talked for a couple hours. Futurama, King of the Hill. I remember bringing up American Dad and you were like, I haven't seen much of it yet. Yeah.
Shout out Dan the Man Show, he's here.
Where's Dan the Man? There he is. Yeah, and then, because really, it was because I did the video on Brian Wallows and Peter Swallows.
Yeah, that's right.
Season, I think, 3 episode of Family Guy. And you saw it and you really liked it. And for me, I think it was, you did a video about why Hank Hill wouldn't vote for Trump.
I think we were talking before that. I think we were already friends when I made that video.
I just remember seeing that video and instantly going like, oh, this guy like gets it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, because I think what was cool about it was that it wasn't like it wasn't necessarily like inherently like political analysis of the situation. It was more like Trump uses charcoal.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's such a character-driven way
Right.
to get that
Well,
point
it might
across.
tie to the episode we're going to talk about.
Oh, right.
But he puts ketchup on well-done steak. That's more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was a good call. Yeah, I made this whole podcast happen, and we're sorry we didn't continue it. Maybe we'll have something more for you in the future. We'll talk about it.
Because you know what happens is when we came up with the idea, it was in the middle of the pandemic.
We were doing nothing.
Doing nothing at all.
Nothing.
And the idea of, if anybody's seen like the super early episodes of the podcast, you know that the way it started out at first was me and Johnny were watching the entire season of television. And then we would talk like for like 3 to 4 hours probably about the entire season. And yeah, when you're in the house and there's nothing to do, everybody locked down, nobody could go outside. It was like significantly easier to wrap your brain around that. But then, you know, the world started opening up. People start having parties. You know, you start being able to go outside and stretch your legs. And it just kind of got harder. Everybody's channels got rolling. When me and Johnny met, you had like half, I think, of my subscriber base, and now you have double my subscriber base. So as you can see, that's why I started editing for him. You know, you gotta know when to jump ship.
You're jumping onto your pilot ship. That's it.
Right. Yeah. Multiple ships.
That thing's going further than my channel.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, let's start talking King of the Hill. Let's get into it. Sorry for our heavy preamble. This is the episode we're going to talk about today. King of the Hill, Bobby Gets Grilled, season 14, episode 3.
Yeah. And this one, well, you know, the King of the Hill revival, for anybody that doesn't know, is 8 years.
Yeah, I think 8 years have passed.
Yeah.
But it's a sliding timeline. It's all confusing.
Right. So 8 years has passed since the last episode. Bobby is now
21.
21.
He's 21. He's got his own restaurant, Robata Chain.
Right.
So I guess I'll just start with my first criticism. I think this episode should have aired later in the season because it feels like it has this nice culminating ending at the end of it that I'm like, oh, this feels like it should have happened a little later in the revival season.
Okay.
And it actually was supposed to be the 7th. I know they moved it up.
Got it.
I think they thought that too. And then when they binge released it, they were like, maybe we need to get one of our better ones up sooner.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not. We'll talk about the revival as a whole, but like there isn't any where I'm like, I guess the closest thing to one that's like maybe not as good as the rest might be the last one. Even that one is fun. That's the
Wild Hogs stock.
Right, the stock.
They start the company to kill the wild hogs.
Right.
So I think what I really love about the beginning of this episode is the way that you see Bobby's like a great boss.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just a really good chef, a really good boss.
Affirming to all of the different.
They did such a good job with that character, like aging him up and making him still maintain like the exact characterization you would expect, while also like kind of having him grow and mature as a human being. And I think this episode like really showcases that.
Right, for sure. I think like with a character like Bobby, it's so easy to make him like a loser. Yeah, I mean, they could have grew him up and he could have like still been living with Hank, and he could have like not made anything of himself, just kind of bumbling about, not really having any direction. But they went with a direction not only that's really interesting, but what makes sense for the character. He has always shown an interest in food.
Yep.
The final episode of the cartoon is him and his dad bonding over grilling and everything like that. So it just all makes sense. And it's the perfect dilemma to place those two characters in. They already found that commonality. But Bobby, in order to stay authentic to what he has to do, has to go against what his dad, you know what I mean? It's just...
I think the best thing about this dilemma is like that Bobby deciding to use charcoal, to be clear, is the big dilemma here. Bobby uses charcoal for his new restaurant because it's authentic Robata cooking. That's like the way it works. And so obviously Hank has a problem with that. He's a pro propane man through and through.
Right.
And he can't comprehend the idea of authenticity and that is more important to that cuisine. He just sees propane as the best thing to cook with.
Right.
But what is so great about this episode is that everything that flies at Bobby is like testing his integrity. Because it's all about how he has integrity in his cooking style, in trying to cook with this authentic Robata style.
Right.
And like, as we all know, the most important thing to Hank, even though he is a propane man, is that sense of authenticity. That sense of integrity.
Yeah.
Like if somebody has, if he finds integrity in something he doesn't understand, he's going to come around and understand it a little bit better.
For sure. And it's funny too, I was thinking about just kind of this episode in general and how it's not only like really great thematically, but I think there's also this like metatextual thing going on with just like, you aren't German while you're cooking this food, you aren't Japanese while you're cooking this food. They have that conversation and they bring up Mel Blanc and like which one of the best lines I think in the whole revival where Joseph calls himself a white guy.
Yeah.
This poor kid.
It does. It has a really interesting like discussion about cultural appropriation and like what is okay for somebody to like. Is it okay for Bobby to make a fusion cuisine that's Robata, partially Japanese, partially German, just because he's passionate about it?
Right.
And I think it's interesting, and the way they explore that, especially with like Mr. Yoshida, who's this black dude who was raised in Japan and is very protective and gatekeeping of Japanese culture, even though you would look at him and be like,
right.
I think it's they explore it all in a really interesting and I think a way that I would never have expected.
Same. Because I think these kind of issues, I don't think it's foreign to the original show, but I think they might have touched on it like a little less. Like the main story I think of about race and stuff like that is when Lady Bird bit Bernie Mac.
Racist dog. Racist dog.
Great title by the way, Racist Dog. DAWG.
And then there's also the one where Hank goes to the traffic school. Remember that one?
No.
Oh yeah, it's like a comedic traffic school, and it's Buddhist. It's a Chris Rock character doing like stand-up comedy traffic school. And then Bobby shows up and he starts doing jokes like Chris Rock.
It's funny. I love that.
It's crazy. But yeah, they explore this in a very nuanced way in this episode, I think. And then also like there's so many layers. Like you bring in Shane Wasana-san, who is this Laotian character, but he doesn't really relate to Laotian culture at all. And so you've got this guy, Mr. Yoshida, who's like schooling him on Laotian culture.
He asks, they bring up, he says if there was like a Laotian martial arts, I'll beat you up. And then the guy says there is one, dude. Right. you don't even know.
What do you think about the like Hank subplot, the one that he goes through at the George W. Bush Library?
It's not as interesting, but I think there's a lot of fun stuff there. I do think it's also it's funny to see Hank so excited about because that's such a Hank thing to be excited about. Just like going to this
cedar.
Yeah. This American museum. He's like saying the facts about the history before like Kenneth from 30 Rock can get it out.
Right.
That's literally just the same character. It's the same voice and everything.
It's an interesting showcase of Dale, and I think this is Toby Huss because this was produced later. So I think this episode's all Toby Huss, which is obviously Johnny Hardwick passed the production. And I think he does a pretty good job in this one. But, I feel like he finds his groove by the end of the season a little bit better.
Right.
The season's weird because Johnny Hardwick is like doing half the lines and Toby Huss.
I'm on this because some of them, it's still so hard to tell because some of them, I think early in the episode, some of them kind of sounded like Johnny, and then later. But I think what's interesting about it when I listened to it and why it's like not as easy to tell which one is which is because I think that Johnny might have had a harder time finding the voice again after, you know, getting to the groove of the voice. So I think there's still that, like, because that's part of it too, when they bring these cartoons back after 20 years.
Yeah, Fry sounds pretty old these days.
Fry sounds so, man, I watched that episode earlier. I was like, the first line he said, I was like, geez. It always helps with these long running shows for the guys that play the older people, right? So like Billy Wester's Farnsworth, you know, is kind of unfazed, and even if he does sound a little older, that kind of like enhances it a little bit. It's the same thing like Mr. Burns.
Yes,
Mr. Burns sounds really old now, but he's supposed to be really old, so it's fine.
I really like the end of this episode. I love that it's basically Bobby just like standing by his, you know, the integrity that he has in what he's doing and the belief that he has in what he's doing. And like everyone is coming at him, Mr. like, you know, Taipasana-san, you've got the people who think he's culturally appropriating, you've got Hank, you've got everyone telling him we can't do this anymore.
Right.
And he decides to just, you know what, I'm just gonna make it my way and try to prove everyone wrong. And then I like that integrity is like truly what wins Hank over. And then also like he's got this parallel journey where he struggles with historical accuracy of the Bush Museum that helps him recognize the importance of
Because I think too, like at the top of the episode, Hank gets offended, and the way he gets offended is saying like, "Oh, I guess tradition means nothing to you, right?"
Right.
But really, Bobby is following tradition. He's just not following their tradition.
He's not following Hank's tradition.
Right. And yeah, I think them putting Hank through that journey. I think him realizing like, oh, okay, like I would want somebody to do this for America. So yeah, I understand it.
How do you feel about King of the Hill revival as a whole? How are you feeling so far?
It don't miss, man. It don't miss. They did a great job. They did a great job.
You guys like the revival? Like just show
the revival?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm very excited for the season. It's like a month. It's like what, 2 months away? Close.
Yeah, July.
Hey.
We got
our friend Bree's working on this.
Yeah, I'm about to say we got some King of the Hill talent over there in the building. Her episode is not out yet, but they will be.
They will be.
They will be.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the new season. It's funny, like I've generally, like to different degrees, liked revivals as they come and gone. But like this is just far and away my favorite one.
For sure. Oh yeah, by a mile, especially like adult animation.
Yes, like, especially adult animation. I guess Twin Peaks: The Return is my favorite, but that's a whole different thing.
What is your favorite? Like in terms of all of the characters and how they all grew over the course of the 8 years, who was your favorite? Like their growth. Like whose growth did you like to see more? You mean in this revival? Yeah. I think that easy answer is Bobby. Just because you actually get to see him actually grow. Mm-hmm. So I do think that's my answer, but I don't know. It's like, and then they did this thing with Hank where they kind of put him in that bubble where he kind of stayed stagnant while the world changed, and so now he's like having to deal with the changing world on a whole new level. So I think my answer is Bobby. I will say I was just rewatching some classic King of the Hill. I actually was asked by my friend Ellis Mark, shout out Ellis Mark. Yeah. He was about to do one of those giant every episode ranked videos of King of the Hill. And I did a little coverage on the episode Wings of the Dope, which is one of my favorite episodes. And it really made me miss Luann. It really made me miss Luann. And I know like it's hard to replace Brittany Murphy, but I'm like we've had so many voice actor replacements now. Yeah. That I think it's kind of just worth it to find a really good performance. I agree. And bring Luann back. I don't know. Don't know if they'll ever do it, but yeah. I think it'd be probably a different conversation if like they brought it back and it wasn't good. I know. At that point, it's just like, why leave Luann alone? But yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, you ruined her. Yeah. People are already saying about Dale, but Dale's. I think Tobias is doing a pretty good job. Not only is he doing a good job, I think because like there's a part in this episode where Dale is like. You can subscribe to my Substack, like you know what I mean. I think that's like such a funny way to escalate this character in like this world of like conspiracy theories. I'm grateful that he doesn't have like a Joe Rogan style podcast. Yeah, right. Like Just sitting here doing a podcast.
Oh my God, he would be more Alex Jones, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very excited for the new seasons. I'm excited it got picked up for 2 more seasons. We got at least 30 more episodes coming. I'm hoping that it just keeps going.
Yeah, me too.
For like being selfish sake, and also for our friend Reed, keep working.
That's true. Get that job. You know what I do? I like. I'm excited. I would say to see more of what they're gonna do with Boomhauer. That kind of placing this kind of like character that just like like was known to be with a lot of women and everything like that, and they showed that he settled down. He got like
but they haven't really explored it.
Yeah.
So
they
that
do it a little bit in what's that beer story?
Yes, a little bit, and yes, that's right, a little bit in that one, and then he's the initial referee for the kids' soccer games or whatever, but it doesn't really. It seems like he doesn't care, and he's like being kind of a bad dad.
Right. The kid doesn't even understand him, which I think is funny too. Which kind of, I'm thinking about it. That kid, like, they might not be from Texas. Yeah. Because, like, I think people that are from those kind of areas, I think they have no problem understanding Boomhauer. Yeah. But, like, when you get to characters that are outside of Harlem, that's when it's, like, more normal for them to be like, I don't know, who's this guy? What's wrong with this guy?
Totally. Is there any, like, hopes you have for the future of the revival that's, like, just pie in the sky dreams? I guess mine is that they bring back Luann somehow, but...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, bringing back Luann. I saw someone say that that Family Guy was the only adult animated cartoon that doesn't major one that doesn't have a movie, but they don't either. Just saying, King of the Hill doesn't have one either.
I wish they made it in the '90s though, or like the early 2000s.
Oh yeah,
and cell animated.
Yeah, I'm about to say it would have been gorgeous. It would have been. I think about that a lot with like even like
Beavis and Butthead Do America look.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So good.
But I think about that even with like Simpsons. I would love to see like if they really when they were trying to do like Camp Krusty when they were talking about maybe making that a movie. Like I would love to see a cell animated like
Big same.
Simpsons movie.
You guys like conversations about cell animation? Is this exciting stuff?
Yeah. I kind of forgot you guys were here. I'm just talking to my friend.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Does everybody in the room know what a cell is?
Hey. We'll talk about that later. Should we move on to Futurama a little bit?
I do got some jokes that I like.
Hey,
I got some jokes that I like. Right off the bat, really great. One of my favorite character, I think, in the cartoon is Peggy Hill. I think she's very, very funny. And great Peggy line out the gate. Instead of Saudi Arabia, she says Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Great Peggy line. Oh, we talked about this before. About how like, I guess one of the things about the revival is they'll do like these kind of like tongue-in-cheek references that would like make like longtime fans laugh. But maybe sometime might be a little too short.
Oh, they feel a little ham-fisted.
Yeah. Like the one that comes to mind is when Peggy's getting like the scan and they see like the
you got kicked in the crotch by a 12-year-old.
By a 12-year-old. Yeah.
That's my purse.
Yeah. That's a classic. But the one I like in this one, and I feel like it's just been a long time coming, is when Hank says that man ain't right.
That man ain't right.
That's a classic.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Because there's a sweaty one in this one, which is, I think it's when you go, oh, Cotton Hill killed my grandfather.
He was one of the fitty men.
Do you think that guy would know who killed his grandfather? That's crazy.
Yeah, where do you get the information? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like that one a lot just because it is funny though. It is funny. I do agree, but I like that one a lot.
You know what I realized I want to talk about before we move on to is my favorite new character has a great moment in this one, and that's Emilio the sushi.
My guy, I meant to bring up Emilio.
Oh, Emilio rules. And that's also just it's cool that they've decided to introduce new characters. Yeah. Obviously, we talked about Boomhauer's like kid. I guess there's Brian Robertson, like David, who doesn't have a bunch yet. I'm hoping that he gets developed a little bit more.
Right.
But Emilio rules. Dude,
he's great.
He's so funny, and I just love that he like sees and believes and understands Bobby's integrity and his skill set. And and he's got the good joke in this one where he calls Speedy Gonzalez a national treasure or whatever.
Yeah, he fought the good fight against American imperialism. Yeah. Sylvester the Cat.
Yeah, it's great. And then he just gets the good emotional moment that wins Bobby over for him to continue believing in his integrity and what he thinks he needs to do with his restaurant. Yeah, it's great. I hope we get more Emilio, a lot more Emilio.
I have when Hank says Nancy is a good hang.
Yes,
that's really good.
A good hang.
When Bobby goes to talk to the guys working in an Italian restaurant, and he says,
so good. Another funny commentary on cultural appropriation, where they're pissed at stuff like The Sopranos, but they're just shaking him down like they're the mob.
Yeah. And he says, Bobby asks them, are you trying to give me an offer that I can't refuse?
Yeah.
They get so mad. They get so upset immediately. Oh, stereotype, this is that. But then, like a second later, the guy says, it's a proposition that you can't say no to, which is like literally the same thing.
So good. So I also love the designs of those guys.
Yeah, for sure. That whole like parlor, whatever the hell that thing is, it's just a funny design. They tried to move them to a different part of town.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Great episode. I really love this episode. I love this whole season. I'm so excited for season 15, July 20th. Everything drops. I'm not paid by Hulu. I wish they would pay me.
Let me get some money, please.
Sweet. Should we move on to Futurama?
Who want to hear about Futurama? Anybody?
Futurama?
Yeah. Okay.
Admittedly, a revival we like a little less than this one, but we still like it. We're going to talk about this episode. This is the finale from the first revival season all the way down, which for my money, I think is still the best revival episode newest revival. This is like the fourth one.
Right.
But I do think the latest season was very good. There's a lot of really great stuff in it. I really liked the Numberland Gap. I really liked Crab Splatter. There's some really good ones in the newest season. I think it was actually the most consistently strong. But I still don't think anyone is held a candle to All the Way Down.
For sure. I will say too, you just brought up what's the number one name again? It's
the Numberland Gap?
There you go. Yeah, you brought that one up. You know what's funny is I was watching that one and I never finished it. The only reason I didn't finish it was because there was a joke that made me laugh so much that I stopped the episode. And I called D'Angelo over there and I had to show him the joke. It was when they so stupid. It would only make me laugh when they I think they're talking to, I think it was 55. They're talking to numbers in this episode, by the way, guys. They were talking, I think 55. He's like, well, you can call me 55. You can call me 50. You know, they're doing
they're doing all the different mathematical ways to be represented. Yeah.
But you don't gotta call me Johnson. You know?
That's the joke.
Dude, I was because it was so stupid. I was like, there's no way they're doing this.
Not the joke I thought it was gonna be. That's
That's what I'm saying. It would only do that to me.
Right. This episode is great. This episode is about simulation theory. The term "all the way down" stems from there's a term "turtles all the way down." You guys heard that term, "turtles all the way down"?
Any Turtles All the Way Down fans?
Yeah, there's actually a bar in my neighborhood. We went there.
We went there.
It's called Turtles All the Way Down.
We went to Turtles All the Way Down.
It's a dive bar. You go there when you want to stay up really late, get drunk.
That's what we did. And we went back home and watched Back to the Future too.
That's true. That was a fun night.
Yeah.
But Turtles All the Way Down is it's basically like a visualization of this scientific term called infinite regress, and it's just the idea that they don't know exactly who originated it, but you guys know the concept of the world turtle? Like if a turtle has like the world on its back.
Right.
It's like if someone were asked, well, what's underneath the turtle? The answer is, well, it's just turtles all the way down.
Right.
And so that is where this title comes from. And then this episode explores simulation theory, where they're like, oh, the professor has created a simulation. And then later in the episode, that simulation has created a simulation. And so then the conversation becomes, wait, are we in a simulation?
Right.
Is there a bigger simulation above us? Is there a bigger simulation above that?
Yeah.
Are we in a simulation?
Yeah, and it starts to get a little gnarly when you hear the ones that are confirmed as a simulation.
Yes.
Asking the same questions.
Yeah.
And one thing I was thinking about when watching this one is there are a couple moments that, especially for Fry and Bender, I think are like, I wouldn't say out of character, but they're kind of. I was kind of like a little shocked that they like for Bender, he obviously Bender is known to have many an existential crisis.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about
when he finds out that he's when Amy calls him artificial intelligence, it like really messes with him. And then
it's very funny that the robot is the one who cries the most.
Right. Professor says like typical robot.
Yeah.
When he starts crying. But I thought it was pretty noble of him to decide like I have to tell them, like I have to tell the simulation, like let me down there. I have to tell the simulation that they're in a simulation.
Yeah, like, that is true. He's normally a kind of a selfish guy, but he's doing it for himself. I don't know. It seems like he's going through such a crisis that he's just like, it's the only control I have. I wish someone would tell me, so I have to tell them.
Right. And for Fry, it's this moment right here. We have the screenshot of right before he does that big speech about like I don't know if any of this is real, but I do know how I feel and how I feel about all of you. And doesn't that make it real enough? And when I was watching it, I was like, man, this is a really great and powerful moment, but like Fry is like so stupid. So I was like, where did he get that from? And I like Hermes' line. He just says, the dummy's right. I feel, therefore I am.
And then Hermes says it in a dumb way.
Right.
That's very funny. Huh.
Yeah.
That is interesting. But obviously you want to give it to Fry. Fry's like the guy.
For sure.
You want to give that moment. Even though it's funny, this episode feels like a series finale.
Right. I was thinking about it too while I was watching it, and I was trying to figure out would I be cool if this was the last one. And I think what I landed on was I don't think this would have been a satisfying finale, but I think the last shot would have been a great last shot of the cartoon. Again, depicted right there with Fry and Leela, like about to kiss as the simulation is breaking a little bit.
I think the only reason I wouldn't be okay with this as a series finale is because of how good they are at series finales generally.
Yeah.
Like if those didn't exist, if Devil's Hands or Idle Playthings or Meemaw didn't exist, and this was the last one, I think I would be pretty stoked on.
Right.
Yeah.
They set the bar way too high.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. That's the problem. My art teacher always told me to never be extraordinary because then extraordinary because people will expect too much out of you. You just got to be ordinary.
Right.
Therefore, when you actually do something great.
Who taught you that?
My art teacher.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure he probably gave the same speech to Michael B. Jordan. He turned out great. He didn't follow directions.
One of the other things I like about this episode is how like they're really creative with this simple animation of the like blocking. It's like effective even though it just looks kind of boring.
They save so much money.
Yeah, they do.
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, this is the most economical way to do this.
Really smart.
They go to Space Italy.
Space Italy. That's where my people are from.
And it's just, at first it was like, they're just kind of like the blocks standing in the middle of just like blocky Planet Express. But then when they go to Space Italy, there's just like this, they still try to make it look like Venice a little bit.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
Yeah. And I thought it looked really cool.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. Which like, one of the things I think about a lot with this revival is I'm a real big fan of, especially the first run of Futurama and the movies. They really emphasize like the character animation a lot. There's like a lot of really cool angles. Everything is really dynamic. And as the show goes on, it kind of loses a lot of that. And then like in this new revival, I don't know if it's like a budget thing or what, but like the characters are definitely stiffened up a lot more. Yeah. There's a lot of shots where it's just them like standing and not really emoting, no real dynamic faces or anything like that. So when I do see something in these episodes that like looks cool, it really stands out. And even though that like pixelated stuff is real stylized, I think I still think they did a really good job with that. Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah, and then I just kind of like the existential like question of this one where at the end you have obviously Bender goes into the other simulation to try and warn them, but then you basically get a hint that another Bender has come into the real world to warn the real people. I don't know. It's cool that they like don't outright answer these things because obviously the point of the episodes are saying, well, it doesn't matter for simulation, like it all feels the same, and so it's all real enough. It's all as real as it's going to be.
Right.
But it is, I don't know, I like that they leave those little like, oh shit, is it a simulation?
Sure. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that part was, I thought that stuff was really well done. They show Bender, they show how he reacts when he gets, our Bender, how he reacts when he gets to the simulation. It's like, where am I? Like, and they use the exact same
thing.
Dialogue, same cadence. He reacts the exact same way when he comes back to the reality of the cartoon that we know. Which, I guess, when you think about it, like, the Bender that we spent the whole cartoon with is technically...
I know. People are not happy about that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing as, like, the late Philip J. Fry, where the Leela we spent the entire show with is in, like, one universe over now or whatever, or one cycle over now. Yeah. So people get really caught up in the canonicity of, like, which Bender and which Leela is it? Right. It doesn't matter, guys.
Yeah. I think that's the reason that show toys with that stuff. It's just kind of the show that it really doesn't matter. It's just all fun sci-fi stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
Great episode. Really solid finale. Still my favorite episode of Futurama's revival. The show might be done again this year. Isn't that weird? I'm like, I'm sad again. What are they singing over there?
What song is that,
guys? Isn't that weird, guys? Futurama gonna maybe end again.
Yeah.
They haven't announced it, but like they haven't announced that there's any more seasons coming. And the final episode. What is it called? It's called like the final conclusion.
Final. It's like final conclusion : final ending. It's something like
the last ending.
The last ending. There you go.
Yeah. So it would be a funny bit.
It would if they kept going after that. It's like
This is crazy.
It is. They got DJ Khaled back though. It's this somber, no animation podcast.
That's interesting counter programming.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, we pushed through.
Yeah, but I think it'd be funny if they do bring it back, and then like the next episode is just called like, never mind. Yeah, that'd be good. Well, that's what the Impossible Stream should have been called. Instead of Meanwhile, it's called Never Mind. Yeah. It would have been pretty good.
But they gotta save it for the next one. They're gonna come back.
Man, if you just like Billy West doing Fry's voice in his 80s, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean he's almost there already. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They can't renew it again.
They keep that's the thing about with like all of this stuff that keeps coming back. Like if I just rewatched The Incredibles 2.
Yeah. A movie people are normal about and like.
Right. But they sound so old.
Yeah, they do sound really old.
And you want to tell me 10 years after that we about to get Incredibles 3?
I know. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mr. Incredible.
They better age them up this time. Age them up a little bit.
That's what I said when we were watching the Incredibles 2. I was like, man, they gotta put security guards at the movie theater if this thing takes place 5 minutes after 2.
Right.
Nobody's gonna like that. Because I thought that concept of just doing Incredibles 2 directly after one, I understood why everybody wanted them. But I also thought that was just a cool idea. I was like, I never really seen anything like that before. But Pixar is kind of known for not doing the thing that everybody wants. When everybody heard there was going to be a second Monsters Inc., everybody's like, oh, we get to see
Boo.
Who turns into?
This is a college movie.
Yeah, she's not born. A college movie for kids.
Yes, that's right.
Animal House for babies.
Underrated. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. No, Incredible. I mean, damn, I'm so on that. Monsters University has, I think, like my favorite Pixar. I don't know if it's my favorite scene, but it's pretty
I think
close.
you went over the time to turn it down and it got loud.
Somebody like, hey man, they talk about y'all music over there. I say y'all turn it up. Yeah, I think it has like Monsters U. I think that has like my favorite, like that when Mike and Sully have that heart to heart, and it just says, "I may act scary, Mike, but deep down I'm terrified." I think that's a really great.
Yeah, that is great.
Yeah, it's a great.
And I think everyone could hear you.
You guys heard that, right? People in the back, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think we should. We got about 20 minutes left. I want to talk briefly about your cartoon.
Oh man. Oh.
So,
Yeah.
first of all, congrats on congrats on hitting the goal. Please keep donating because I want to make him do a Daria video so bad. We need a lot more. Actually, I forgot I was going to do this. To commemorate you hitting your goal, I'm presenting you with a Princess Carolyn. I think these were only distributed internally or like for giveaways. So, so now you get one. Yeah, and congrats, dude. Honestly, like,
thank you, man. I got a better friend than you guys. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah.
Honestly, dude, I'm so excited because obviously I've seen the early animatic stuff. I've seen you've been working your ass off for 5 years on this thing, and I'm like so proud. I'm truly just so proud of you, dude. I'm so excited to see this thing. I think the world is like going to love this thing, and obviously like the enthusiasm right at the gate has been so cool to see because I know it like just. I was like, I mean, I had faith the whole time, but it's nerve-wracking even just as your friend, like as you're putting this thing out into the world, and to see it be so embraced and loved immediately was so cool.
Yeah, man. It was surreal. Like I set the Kickstarter to I think 40 days.
They're really stoked about it too.
Yeah, they love Hay back there. They love Hay back there, man. I think that might be the voice actor panel back there. No, I set the goal for not the goal, the Kickstarter. I set it for 40 days because I was positive that I was going to need as much time as possible, right? Like I was like, I'm probably going to have to throw this in people's faces. Like I set myself up and like I had a couple videos and featurettes ready to upload just to help promote it, and then I barely had to do any of that stuff. It just kind of like happened in 2 days.
2 days, crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
But don't stop, keep going.
Honestly, though, you were real instrumental in a way I don't even really think you realize, but in putting the cartoon together. Because I don't know if you remember, but originally I wrote the show as like a short, and it was about Marcus and Nay in couples therapy.
Okay. Yes.
And you read that.
I remember that.
Yeah, you read it, and then I'll never forget what you said was, this was good, but from what I'm reading, I have a hard time figuring out what an episode would be like.
I remember that. That's right.
And this was before there were
a long time ago.
there were no drawings. Like they just existed as names. There were no drawings or anything like that. And I think after hearing that, I was like, okay, so if I'm gonna figure out what an episode is, I gotta invent what the world is around them, and that's when I started making their friends.
Right.
Keanu Dean, Mel, and everybody, and yeah, that's when it really started to take shape. I was trying to figure out like, okay, what kind of show are we gonna do? And also, when me and you went to go see the Bob's Burgers movie.
Yeah.
We went to go see the Bob's Burgers movie 2 weeks before it came out. I went to LA to hang out with you. We went to go see it.
I used to have press hookups.
Yeah. And I remember when we walked out the theater, they love it. They love it, dude.
That was all for Bob's Burgers movie.
I remember when we walked out the theater, in my head, I was just like, as soon as that plane lands, I gotta go do something. Like really? I was like, I was like, as soon as I get back home, I have to put pen to paper. I gotta make something. I gotta like figure out how to do something creative. so that I could like make something that makes somebody feel the way that I felt leaving that theater. When that thing came out, I went maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, and I think you've watched it like 15 times.
I know.
Right?
I saw it for the first time this year. I did my watches are slowing down. I usually do about a good 5, but so far I did my first one like maybe like a couple weeks ago. Still hits.
Hell yeah.
Still a great movie.
I love that.
Still a great movie.
It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really stoked. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say about it? I know he's got a whole panel tomorrow about Hay with our friend Bree.
And 3 Tones in the building.
3 Tones. Shout out 3 Tones.
We'll see us at 5:30 tomorrow.
Don't miss that.
Yeah, for sure. But the Hey is just kind of me and Johnny. We talk about sitcoms a lot, and it's really just inspired by my love of sitcoms, not just adult animation, but things like All in the Family, things like Seinfeld, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Living Single. It's really inspired by all of those things. And at its core, I think adult animation, at least mainstream wise, there is a lot of sitcoms. But I think we've gotten to the point now where there's just like a push for the subversion of it. Like there's so much like, let's make all the characters hate each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, let's
get back to sitcom.
Right. Let's get back to the foundation of the sitcom. That's really what I wanted to do. You know what I mean? I think they've stuck around for so long for a reason. They used to talk about really important things. Like All in the Family is mine. I think that's probably, for my money, that's the best written sitcom. And they talked about so much, and they broke so much ground, and it was easier for certain people to hear and understand those things when they see a character that maybe they identify with. If you identify with Archie Bunker, and then you see him go through this arc, it's like, well, I typically side with this character, so if he can understand this stuff, maybe I can. You know what I mean? I think that stuff is really important. And I think we need to get back to that. It's inspired by old school sitcoms. It's inspired by old school cell animation. The characters are all, instead of using black lines to draw them, we use brown to really look like it's shot on film. It's inspired by New Jack Swing music.
It's gonna be so good, dude. I'm so excited.
I appreciate it, man.
So excited.
I hope you guys like it. I hope you get a bunch of good laughs out of it. Might be showing a little preview tomorrow at the panel. Who knows?
Who knows? All right, we got one more thing to talk about before we wrap this up. First of all, shout out to our producer who produced this podcast for years. One of my best friends from high school, Mikey Yunez. You might remember Mikey from the pod and from the
give it up for Mikey.
He's my dude. One of the things that, outside of our love of adult animation that we bonded over the years is we've just found how much we love showing each other movies that that the other person hasn't seen.
Right.
I showed Tariq came over and visited me in New York, and I showed him Back to the Future for the first time. And I don't think I know anyone who's been more obsessed with Back to the Future now than Tariq.
Because you know what happened, man? We watched it, and then I went home, and I showed everybody that hadn't seen it either. I said, "You guys got to see this new movie." And just one of the best movies I've ever seen.
This new movie. Have you heard of this?
Have you heard of Back to the Future? Have you seen this? Heard about this?
So we were talking about doing a new project. Cartoons Like Chris is like it's just a really workload heavy show. And we might do new episodes about singular seasons in the future without a consistent schedule. But we wanted to get a new project going that we can do consistently and that we can actually get some stuff out to the people who want to hear us talk about the stuff we're passionate about.
Right.
And so me, Mikey, and Tariq, all three of us came up with a new podcast idea.
Yeah.
Where we do that, where each of us has some weird blind spots. Tariq has not watched Star Wars.
I've seen The Force Awakens, and that's it.
Mikey hasn't seen the Lord of the Rings movies. We've all got these huge, weird blind spots, and we all have different interests and different loves. So we want to do a podcast where one person presents a movie to the other two that someone hasn't seen, or one or both hasn't seen, and try to share their passion and why they love it, why they love that thing.
Right.
And we actually recorded like 4 episodes last year.
Yes,
We've all gotten busy since. We're gonna have to like kind of rework them and figure it out. And we're trying to get rolling again to get that consistently going here. But we've got art made and everything.
All right.
These are art and title made by Meat Girl. Shout out Meat Girl.
Ladies and gentlemen,
our new podcast,
Screen Versions.
Yeah, so we're pretty stoked. Just a spoiler. The first episode we did, Tariq had never seen Spirited Away. I made him watch.
Yes, just watch Spirited Away for the first time.
That's right. So keep your eye out. We don't have a firm date for this yet, but we're very excited about it. We had a lot of fun recording the first few, and we're excited to jump back into it and just get on a good movie kick and start like showing each other movies again.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Can we get a round of applause for this art, by the way? Look at that.
Do you guys like the film reel under the fedora? Isn't that pretty good? Screen version?
I honestly, like, I forgot how good this was.
Yeah,
like, looking at it, I really like the. I got like Mookie's jersey on, Do the Right Thing. I got bugging out sneakers that got stepped on, also from Do the Right Thing. Any Baby Boy fans in the building? You got a Baby Boy DVD.
All right, I guess that's it. You got anything you wanna leave off with? How do you end a live thing?
Yeah, how do you
end a live podcast? Normally I just do the spiel.
Right. Well,
we don't do that anymore.
We don't do that anymore.
Rate, subscribe. We don't even do a podcast anymore.
Subscribe. We're gonna be walking around this con.
We'll be around the con. We'll be hanging around here after if you guys want to talk.
Yeah, for sure.
And make sure to check out the rest of Tariq's panel tomorrow morning. And you got tomorrow morning with
what? Tomorrow morning with my guy Nintendo. Where's Nintendo at? There he is. Tomorrow morning. Anybody in here, early birds, tomorrow morning, me and Nintendo are going to be talking about Sonic Saturday AM. We're going to do a live retrospective. It's going to be really cool. And then at 5:30, me and Bree are going to do in indie color, talking about just making black indie cartoons. And then I'm going to be a busy guy at 10 p.m. Me, my guy Dan the Man, my guy Man of 1,000 Thoughts, and my guy D'Angelo from Hats Off Media. We're going to do the Fox Box Rocks. That one's going to be real fun. We're going to be doing a bracket of adult animation. Specifically, all of the Fox cartoons. Any Grimsburg shooters, any Dunkerville shooters, you might want to pull up because y'all going to lose if y'all don't come out to show love.
Love it. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, man. This is great. This is great, man.
So fun. Really appreciate it. Thanks for letting us ramble about cell animation and King of the Hill.
Yeah,
you guys are great. We really appreciate it. All right. Thanks, guys.
Wait. The ending.
What?
Remember how we used to end every episode?
How do we?
Well, thank you for coming out. Thank you very much. But also...
Oh, and also, fuck you very much.
Starnes died. The Starnes died. Starnes died. I didn't realize this was a podcast of people. I didn't read the description. I was like, I don't know what this is. Do it. Yeah. Hi. MomoCon. MomoC.
I mean, it technically was. What about
I'm just showing a blank wall now. I think I'm gonna call it, and then maybe a disturbing animation. We'll do another.
Don't stay right there.
Gonna say hi to Starnsicle. Come closer. Good lord. I thought you just stay right there. Oh, that's very close to my face. Hi, Doman. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. I wasn't expecting that to be what it was. I thought it was something not a podcast, but then yeah. So hi.
Hi.
Hi. I think the disturbing animation one will be a lot more interesting than that was, because that wasn't really anything. I mean, it was cool. They were, what are they? They were VTubers at one point, former VTubers. So what it said.
I don't think so.
I thought that's what it said, that they used to be former. I don't know, some with YouTube streaming. I don't know. So I think we're gonna do. It's here too. I might get a better seat next time and do the disturbed animation one. So I don't know. We're gonna do that. So all right, we'll talk to you later. Sorry, it's coming to life. So we'll see you later. Bye. Say bye, Doba.
Bye.
Doba said bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.